Namaste. Good evening, dear masters. My name is Ananti, and we welcome you to another wonderful Season 2 Spiritual Science Foundation courses conducted by Pyramid Valley International in association with Pyramid Spiritual Science Academy Global. As you all know, PSSA is the education wing of PSSM, and PSSA is now affiliated with Bangalore University and is conducting 6-month certificate courses and a 1-year PG diploma course in yogic sciences. It is now time for enrollment, dear masters. Kindly get in touch with PSSA and get yourself enrolled to learn this wonderful yogic science, where you learn a lot from the Vedas, Upanishads till the modern science. Dear masters, Ashwaramappa sir is the Managing Director and Vice Chairman for Pyramid Spiritual Science Academy Global. And today I welcome you, dear sir, for another wonderful session. Namaste.
Yeah, thank you, madam. It's a great welcome to all the masters for the spiritual science educational program. And today's topic is SHAT SAMPAT. It is the divine wealth. What is actually the meaning of wealth? So these are all well described, well discussed and explained in our spiritual texts, spiritual scripts. A lot of literature is there on this. So today we shall discuss very, very useful aspects of this wealth. Every one of us is in need of wealth. What sort of wealth we actually should aspire? That is the subject today we'll deal with. And before commencing the class, let us go into meditation. Madam Anantiji will take us to meditation with a sort of melodious music in the backdrop. Okay, madam, on to you. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Dear masters, let us all practice this wonderful Anapanasati meditation once again for the next 15 minutes. Kindly make yourself comfortable in a good sitting position. It is not necessary that you have to keep your spine erect. Be comfortable. Cross your legs at your ankles if you're sitting on a chair or a sofa. Be in a cross-leg position if you're sitting on the floor or on the mat in the gentle lotus position. Kindly clasp your hands with fingers into fingers and place them on your lap. Remove spectacles if you're wearing any and keep your eyes gently closed. Let us just maintain mauna and observe our breath. Dear friends, let us all go into this wonderful mindful breath meditation where we a simple and natural breathing process. Breathe in gently and breathe out gently. Meditation is a wonderful process where we achieve beautiful no mind state. It is that absolute state where we do not have any kind of thoughts in our mind. Be with the moment and enjoy that beautiful in breath as it passes deep down through your nose. And that slow, warm out breath as it comes out of your nose. Meditation is that absolute state of stillness where the chatter in your mind completely becomes zero. not chant any mantra during the process of meditation. Breathe in gently and breathe out gently. Focusing on your breath helps not to cut down that thought. As you bring back your attention to your breath again, we do not do any forceful inhalation or any kind of forceful exhalation, or even holding the breath inside. We do not do either of them. Anapanasati meditation is the most simplest of all meditation techniques, where we just observe our breath. The simple, easy, natural, normal in-breath and out-breath. Last 2 minutes, dear masters. Just be with your breath. Last 30 seconds. Just stay with your breath. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Gently place your hands on your eyes for a few seconds and open your eyes whenever you're ready with a beautiful smile on your face.
Thank you very much, madam. Very nice of you, you know. It's a good, good meditation session we attended. And it is needless to say, you know, that meditation is the daily requirement of every human. Daily we should do meditation. And that gives the path of life, you know, to be always steadily happy, you know. We can have steady mind, stability, and that is more important. That is the requisite of everybody's life, you know. So, PSSA and PSSM, you know, and all pyramid masters, all sorts of people in this group are working only for one cause, that is taking meditation to everyone in the whole society. Across the world, it should reach. And people should be happy. And people should become sufficient rich in intelligence, in wisdom, and in their prosperity. The spiritual richness is very important. People go after physical wealth and health and all those things. You know. Physical health is okay for when once, you know, we have a sufficient awareness of our own activities, then our health will be automatic. As is the mind, so is the health, my dear masters. Without being proper, without being stable minded persons, without having stability in our mind, you know, we cannot retain the health in our physical body also. Fundamental things we should know. Then only a man will be happy. Or else, you know, he will be oscillating, you know, towards bad and good, and he does not know where he will stand. 24 hours oscillation, our mind will be in the state of oscillation. What to do, what not to do, where to go, where not to go, you know. These are all the things are there. So that it is very imperative and it is very essential as we have to equip ourselves with sufficient wisdom. Wisdom is the wealth, in fact. Okay. So today's chapter is on this. We'll come to know certain aspects of the wealth and richness. So we'll come to know the real definitions of these two words, and people are after that. Day in and day out, we are working for that. People who are rich are not happy, who are not rich, not happy, who are wealthy, not happy, who are not wealthier, also not happy. Then who is happy? That we will try to understand very much, so that we can try to walk that way. I'll spare some slides, for easy understanding by sharing the screen. Now you are getting, yes, I think you had the wider screen for you to see, you are able
Yes,
to see.
sir.
Thank you very much. Okay, hide the notification. Now, my dear masters, a great welcome to all of you here, for this knowledgeable and spiritual science educational programs, and we have a logo for that, and every class wherever we are there, we have to start with the core content of the spiritual science, which everybody should be aware of, familiar with, and should know. Okay, the three core subjects of the spiritual science are given here, and these things should be remembered just like that. First and foremost is love, and so that it remains us to become a loving personality and treat everybody as God. This is the principle underlying the love. Okay, this is this. Then second one is light. Light is a sort of clarity in the life, which way we have to step in, step out, in going in or going out, or what way, where we should stand on. Okay, whether what is right and what is wrong. This is the thought, this is the target, and this clarity we need, and that is the important factors in our life, and that is the second one, that is called wisdom, and third factor is power, and being able to manage yourself without any sort of assistance from others, no dependency. We have to understand that we are interdependent but not dependent. Okay. If you are able to manage yourself, that we can say that you are a powerful person. If you are a parasite on somebody, and if you are going on dependent for each and everything, for a small or big thing, that will not be a sort of a wise affair. It is not correct, and we cannot say that you are powerful. And if you are not able to manage yourself, then you cannot manage anybody else. You cannot help others also. So, my dear masters, this is universal coexistence is there. We have to interact with the society. We have to live with so many people, and we should have the sufficient wisdom of everything around us. So that way, we should be powerful to have a lot of knowledge, wisdom, and the capability of managing ourselves and being very efficiently interacting with the society and all our brethren outside this. Okay. So this is the third item. So my dear masters, kindly equip yourself with the three contents, that is love, light, and power. That is nobility, ability, and capability are very important for all of us to be happy. Okay. And today's topic is SHAT Sampatti. SHAT means six. Sampatti means sampattu means, it is Sanskrit word, sampataha. That means flowing very well, that is called, abundant. Abundance is sampat. Okay. And shat sampat means there are six kinds of wealthy, six kinds of wealth, we can say, to make a man wealthy, isn't it? Okay. And there are two kinds of wealth, as materialistic wealth is there and spiritual wealth also is there. Of course, people may not be aware of spiritual wealth. They know only materialistic wealth, in fact. There is no wealth in the material field. You can be a rich person, but you cannot be a wealthy person. What is the meaning of wealth? You have to understand what is wealth. Wealth is coming out of the well. Just like water is oozing out from the well, then this abundancy, if you have, that they are calling it as wealth. Mere abundance of what we are getting, what we are receiving, what we are having. More in quantity, that is called wealth in the physical field meaning. But that is not correct. Actually, attributable to wealth is not like that. Wealth is non-stop sources. That is possible only in the spiritual side. Physically, everything is stopping at some point, time or the other. Everything decays, everything vanishes, everything spoils and disappears, dies, yes or no? Even including the matter also dies. When once it is not having atmic energy inside, it vanishes slowly. Even mountains melt, okay? Even everybody, everything, whatever seen has to disappear. There is no other way out for that, isn't it? When such is the case, where is the wealthy person will be there? So we should have the other side of spiritual wealth we need actually. That is called Shat Sampads. Okay. So this is spiritual masters have given sufficiently, enough information about the Shat Sampad. That means six wealthy items. What is meant by wealth? They have described very, very, very clearly and with all clarity, that we will see now. And that is called divine wealth, in fact. Materialistic because they are using wealth and so many things. Education is used for material education. But in spirituality, education is different. Education about the unknown thing. But in physicality, physical world, in materialistic world, we use the same word for the education of the known things also. Objective science also is called Vidya, and non-objective also is called Vidya. So that is how we are getting confused. So Vidya actually is spiritual knowledge, which is knowing the unknown things, which is not visible. We should read that. That is called Vidya. Okay. And what is visible things, that is not Vidya, in fact. It is some of the informatory sciences and all those things. But both are needed. It is not that it should be negated or it is like that. Similarly, sampati also, the wealth is required, that both in physical aspects as well as spiritual aspects. You have to say like that. Everywhere, everything is required. Nothing is waste in this world, my dear masters. Don't negate anything. Don't say nothing is there. There is no bad here, my dear masters. To understand the spiritual science in clarity, in toto, in truly speaking, spiritual science explains that everything which is seen and unseen both are very important, and nothing bad is there here. That is most important. We should not. Then where from this bad has set in the spirit of human life? So that is the big question. For that, we should be having some sort of clarity by dint of knowing the inner sciences, by dint of understanding our own mind. We can follow what mind does. What are these mind games? Good and bad, failure and success. Where you got from these two words? All duality is there. Actually, there is no duality, but we are only just our mind games are there. So that's what I think. By this time, I think many masters of our audience of PSSA would have come to know that there is no duality in the world. Truly understanding there is no duality. We are only making duality in our minds. It's a question of thinking, perspection. Okay, as how you view, that all depends on that. Okay, now in that perspection, what is the value of the wealth of inner wealth as well as external wealth? Let us see that. Okay. Madam Master Adi Shankaracharya emphasized in his work, namely Viveka Chudamani. One textbook is there. Madam, I advise each and every master kindly to procure it, see that, understand that, and definitely you will have a better light of what you are supposed to do, and you will get the clarity in our life. Okay. And it has given in the textbook, he goes on to explain that human in this every person, every the mankind should learn, okay, the procedure of sadhana chitushtayam in order to be happy continuously, in order to gain liberation from sorrow as well as birth. Okay. There are two liberations, my dear masters. One is liberation from sorrow, another one is liberation from birth and death cycle. Okay. Liberation from rebirth. Understand? For these purposes, the twin benefits to get these two things. He has prescribed one procedure. What is that? Practice, sadhana chatushtayam, he said, which is gained again on subtle aspects of meditation and all that. We will be getting through that only. But the manifestation side, he has explained that this is the result of your inner journey, Atma Bodha he has brought out. That is the tuition from within. So there's a beautiful text that will give you enough information of the inner intuitions from every one of us. So the soul speaks has come from that only. Whatever the soul dictates, it has to be carried on. That is all the spiritual side says. Okay, that is called Atma Bodha. Without this Atma Bodha, where is the question of ignorance getting out of the life of the human, this mankind, he says. Without Atma Bodha, how people can live, That is the fundamental question he raised. Nobody can live properly without this Atma Bodha. That means spiritual knowledge. That is the spiritual wisdom. The wisdom coming from the soul. So this is the intricacies of the spiritual science. Once you are going in deep and deeper and deeper, you will be able to understand where we are either losing or gaining in our present life. That is the. Then sadhana chatushtayam means he has prescribed some 4 stages in this practice. If you are following that, then you are sure to reach the destiny. You are sure to reach your goal of reaching beyond the sorrow, beyond birth. Okay, going beyond birth and beyond sorrow of life, and then merging with and then you become that. Okay, and we will be truly aham brahmasmi at that time. Now we are not aham Sivaramappa, we are telling that is not correct. Aham brahmasmi I should tell. Then I should gain the attributes of Brahma, Otherwise, how can I say aham brahmasmi? All of us, we are all telling aham Sivaramappa, aham Ramappa, aham Krishna, aham so and so like that. Okay. When we will call ourselves as aham Brahman. So only these are the methods that Adi Shankaracharya has ruled out. A total the procedure he has given to us. Sadhana chatushtayam. Okay. There are 4 prime aspects in sadhana, meaning practice. Okay? And sadhana chatushtayam, kindly take it from a very great scripture. Perhaps you will not be knowing properly. In the society, it is not in vogue. People are not able to follow the in-depth knowledge and very deeper knowledge which Shankaracharya gives, in fact. Many people did not read Shankaracharya because his books are like that. Okay. Number 1 is Vivekam, that is called Vichakshana Gnana, that is wisdom. And number 2 is Vairagyam, Kinchit Vairagya is necessary. Okay, Vairagya means renunciation. Not craving for others. Vairagya means not giving up everything. No, please. Raga is there. Whatever you want, you have to wish for. But excess is not there. Viragatva, that is means Vishesha Raga is not good. That is, excess of attachment is not good. That is what he says. Vairagya, that's all. Kinchit. To some extent, you should not crave for things, like that. Then SHAT SAMPAT is there. Then there are 6 riches, which we'll discuss now. Mumukshutvam, another factor is there. Mumukshutva means you should have a desire to be Brahman, because if you are not able to understand the purpose of your life, then you should at least minimum you should know that you should be able to say Aham Brahman, and then you should become that. So that desire should be there to become Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi is the actually um, the the statement of the existence of the truth, so that Brahma, he wants him to be understood by everyone, That's why he's sitting in the hearts of everyone. Then people are forgetting. People are only seeing externally, and internally nobody is seeing, though the divine eye is available to us. Everybody has got divine eye, but they are not getting it activated. That is a big task. And we are only seeing external eyes, that is physical eyes. So that is the Bahirindriyani Paran Pashyantina Antaratman. That is what our books are also saying. That is Ishavashopanishad. Bahirindriyani Paran Pashyanti. Only externally they are able to see, but they are unable to see inner side, which is very, very important. At least you get this. Antaschachuhu, Antarikshana, Antarprayana. See, these are all the things are there. Okay. So mumukshutva should be there. There should be a desire to become Brahman. Because you are calling yourself as day in and day out, you are telling aham, 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 but you don't become Brahman at all. So this is the shortcoming in the mankind, where a lot of mishappenings are taking place because of the untruth which we are with. The moment you are becoming Brahman, all your sorrows will disappear and we will be more happy. And SHAT SAMPAT in 6 riches are there, in spiritual riches are there. What are the 6? My dear masters, kindly take hold of this absolute, pure, the spiritual scriptures wisdom, this is the wisdom. 6 richness classified as actually riches. Okay. What are those? Dhamma means controlling, Shama, Dhamma, Shama, Titisha, Upariti, Shraddha, Samadhanam. I think that you all must have heard this, but not seriously you never looked into, perhaps. Okay. Some people must have known also. So these are all things are there little coming on the surface of the society. Dhamma, Shama, Shama, Dhamma, Shama, Dhamma, Titisha, Uparati, Shraddha, Samadhana. All the 6 are very important. We'll see each one of these. Control of external senses is, external sense organs are there. Bahirindriyani, the indriyas which are externally capable to be seen. Okay, they are called Dhamma. They are classified under Dhamma. Control of external sense organs is Dhamma. Dhamma means control. What is to be controlled? Our external organs, that is eyes, nose, sense organs are there, no? Pancha indriyas, Pancha Gnana indriyas in Sanskrit. So the Gnana indriyas will be under the control of the mind. Then we have achieved the wealth, one kind of wealth. What is that? Controlling the senses. So there is no question of oscillating now, The only oscillation starts with the eyes, Seeing something, mind gets disturbed. If you see something, your mind is disturbed. So, but it's not that you should close the eyes. No. And there are so many things which are to be worth seeing. We should be able to keep the eyes open always. But the thing is that mind should not oscillate. That is more important. It is not that you should not see. It should be seen. Everything should be seen with a stable mind. Mind should not get affected by that. That is called Dhamma. You are able to have that sort of wealth. It's a great wealth, in fact, because you don't lose. You will not be a victim. You will not be suppressed. You will not be attacked. And you will not lose anything out of that. Just see and then pass on next, like that. And whatever useful thing, you will be gaining. Then second one is Shama. Shama means control of inner organs. So inner organs, whatever your indriyas are there working towards inside, basically the manasu, and then all other organs, whatever working, they all will be under control. Basically, the substitute consciousness will be taking control of the mind. Okay. So that is called Shama. Substitute consciousness means subconsciousness. Okay. So whatever these things, inner purity is brought out by Shama. They're very, very important, Inner purity. Controlling of the inner activities should be very, very subtle activities should be. That shows the mind can be controlled here. You understand? The mind should control the external organs, and the mind itself is controlled by the inner soul. Understand? So that is called equanimity. The third richness is titiksha. Sustenance of adversities is titiksha. Titiksha means tititshishye, ativakyam tititshishye. Buddha said to the group of villagers who are stoning him, the villagers were not happy with him. And all the villagers were very angry once upon a time with Buddha, because the Buddha stood like only a lazy fellow for them, Then they started stoning that fellow. The Buddha was getting beaten, At that time he said, okay, fine. I'm not worried of your own shouting and beating and all those things. Ativakyam tititshishye, he said. If you are scolding, you scold it, but I am not receiving it. I will just keep, I will be refusing your shoutings. I will be refusing whatever you are doing. It's only for body, not to me, he said. If you are beating, it is for the body, not to me. If you are shouting, I am not listening, in fact. So, ativakyam, that means shouting, Tititshishye, I am just, what is that? Perseverance, that I am very, very patient. Oceanic patience is there. So I will not receive it. I will wait. I will not react. So that is called titiksha. So being able to be silent, against any sort of odds in the life. So lot of perseverance, lot of oceanic patience he has got. Unless and until he reaches that point, he will not even speak also. Then he will respond to the action. There is no reaction, in fact, respond. So in all the adversities, we should not get emotional, we should not react, and we should be sublimating all those emotions. All the emotions will be under control. Like Shama, the control will be there always. Emotions will be controlled by Shama. Subconsciousness will be sublimating all those things. Emotional values will be suppressed, not suppressed, sublimated by Shama. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Macharyas will not be raising at all. Even at provocation, we will not be showing those emotions. So that is called richness. And then dispassion towards lust and desires is uparati. Uparati means disinterest. It is not frustration, but anasakti. That means we are not craving for that. Dispassion, passion can be there, but it is not on excess side. Dispassion, okay, it is there, fine, very good, but we don't need it. When we need it, we'll come back to you, or without that we can also exist, no problem. So this lust should not be there. There is craving for clinching on that attachment, always, that should go. So there should not be any sort of force in you towards the objective science. Always your desire should be limited, and it should not be taken to the heart. If you have any desire, better you have the desire, but there should be a sort of a utility for the desire. What is the use? You should have that. Passion should be there, but the passion should not spoil your life, The desire is there. You can purchase any possessive thing, suppose you have purchased a car, but that car should be made use of by you. Then only it is useful. Otherwise, simply for showiness, no, you should not. For happiness, you should not, because there is no happiness with that. It will bring you unhappiness only. But if you have got some work and you have to go around and your profession is involving the uses of that, then that is not a desire, it becomes a necessity. My dear masters, necessities and needs we can take care of, no problem. But anything else is there is all desires, and they are not compulsory. Okay. Hey, if you once in a way, if you want this and that, when once it has got the element of usage, then you can go for that, and that too without disturbing your heart. Understand? And then and then Shraddha also is there. Determined uprightness. Uprightness means you have to be in modesty in thinking, speaking, and doing. All the three should be in alignment, should be same, should not differ. You are thinking something, speaking something else, and doing other thing is not called uprightness. And that is very, very, that means you have no interest in that. Shraddha is not there. You don't have any devotion to your own talk. You are not concentrating. You don't have any sort of intensity in your uh, action, intensity in your intention. Your intention is fluid. So that will not happen. Wherever there is Shraddha, that work will happen. It will take shape. Without Shraddha, your work will be completely uh, a failure. Shraddha is very keen interest should be there for you. Wherever you have put your mind, that work will be definitely achieved. That will be carried out. So this is the Shraddha. That means you have to have intense intention on that. A keen interest you must have. And uprightness should be there always. Determined uprightness, Yes, I will do this. I am thinking about it. I'll also speak that. I'll also do that. This is called awareness. And then last one is samadhanam, that is called steady intellect, unaffected by dualities. There are so many dualities, according to the mind, because mind has got instability. That's why you are splitting the same thing into two portions. You are only seeing same thing, but you are thinking there are two. That is what is happening. So illusory word, illusion there is illusion. There is no water, but you are visualizing the water there. Just like oasis, that like, it is what we call that illusion it is. Okay. And we are not unable to decipher what is right and what is wrong. We can't understand whether to go this way or that way. No way is there. So clarity is not there, So because the differences in the mind. Mind is not stable. Mind is just like a crystal. I have been telling this in various places that mind is a crystal, like, it doesn't have any independent stature. Whatever your suppose if you keep red flower in front of that, the mind will become red. That shows that you are taking your body to some other event, then your mind will go with that event. If you are taking with some other event, then the mind will follow that. So the environmental, this sort of rotation, revolving, the mind is revolving around the environmentals. There is no steady path for that to go. Every time it gets disturbed. That is the reason you should tie up with soul, your own soul. You should not allow the mind where like this, to wander everywhere. So you should always, tie up the mind with the soul. This is what our elders have been telling us, and they have done and shown. That is called meditation. Then the intuition will be starting, and your mind will be always listening that, and it will have proper way, and it will not be dearth of clarity, in fact. And that man excels everywhere, and will be followed by everyone. Okay, that is the truth, in fact. So that is the life we have to be with. So that is called samadhanam. That means duality will. Samadhi, I have been telling several places, samadhi, sama plus adhi. Adhi means mind. The mind will be made stable in this. If you are in samadhi, in Ashtanga Yoga, there are 6 steps are given: asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. So in the last stage, after meditation, we go into samadhi. That is what we are also advocating for everyone. Please go into astral travel, or please sit for 1 hour so that your mind will be stabilized and you will have an inner journey. Okay. This sort of things will happen. Mind will be equalized. Mind will be equanimous. Mind will be single entity instead of duality. In place of two, there will be only one. That is, the fluctuating mind will become still mind. So duality will disappear. So sama plus adhi. Adhi, which is moving around, it will be still, it will be equalized. There is no friend, there is no foe, There is no enemy, there is no friend. Both are same, for us. So the friend and enemy both become one in samadhi. Okay. So kindly understand this. Okay. That's why we should go after that always. We should be able to, and we should not let loose this sort of facility given to us. We can achieve that in samadhi. Okay. We can be pure always, steady always. So, my dear master, these are the things are there. These are the 6 riches which we are should SHAT sampati. These are the divine riches that bestow on you the bliss in all realms. Not only in this, in every world, wherever you go, it will work for you. These are the wealth which will not shorten up any time. They are continuously, profusely available to you at all times. Even after you leave the body, as a soul level also, it will work in other worlds also. That is what they say. Dharma it is. These will fetch us both physical riches and spiritual riches. My dear masters, physical riches are not riches. They are all only consumable things. Physical riches will be consumable and they disappear along with this body. Okay. But the spiritual riches will continue along with the soul, with the mind, it will be there. And it will give you a lot of convenience in your next birth also. These riches will make you take birth in very, very, very established, well enlightened families, because of this richness. This is the wealth that can be carried forward by dear masters. Then spiritual riches cannot be carried forward. They themselves will vanish. And just like with the body, they disappear. But the spiritual wealth, this SHAT sampati, So these 6 qualities are there, these things are coming along with us in all realms, wherever we go, in all lifetimes. How many lifetimes you are taking, they will be carried forward. That is why some people, even though they are doing something bad, they will be facing some good results in this physical phenomenon because of the past life good. So, my dear masters, we should cultivate, you should inculcate all these qualities in us just by means of, who is rich? This Lord Mahavira was telling this also. Earning no more. Who is rich? That was the question. He said, earning no more. Person who is earning no more. Person who is spending no more. And person who is saving no more. That man is rich. Okay. Even if you are spending, you cannot be called. If you are earning, still you will be earning only. There is no end for that. And saving no more. That is. So either saving is not there, spending is not there, earning is there, everything he has stopped. So only when you say enough, then you are the rich person. Okay. So this is the dictum from Mahavira. You are rich when you control your own mind. That is important. Align your mind with yourself. This is surrender to self in meditation. So everything will happen in meditation. So when samadhi is there, your mind will be taken to task to melt itself down to the absolute SHAT sampati. Absolute singleness, law of oneness will prevail over that in samadhi state, and mind becomes very, very strong, taking all our life, to the spiritual heights. Yes, yes, masters. Then we conclude our session with this video. Let us see what is this.
Hi, this is Dare to Do Motivation. And today I want to talk about happiness. When you were a child, you loved and craved chocolate and cake. And you thought, when I'm old, like my parents, I'll have all the chocolate and cake I want, and then I'll be happy. Now you have so much chocolate and cake, but you are bored. So you decide that since cake doesn't make you happy anymore, you will get a car, a house, a television, a husband or wife. Then you'll be happy. So now you have everything. But there are more problems. The car is a problem. The house is a problem. The husband or wife is a problem. The children are a problem. You realize, oh, this is not satisfaction. But Buddha is saying that you only have to know what you are and how you exist. That's all. Just understand your mind, how it works, how attachment and desire arise, how ignorance arises, where emotions come from. It is sufficient to know the nature of all that. Just that gives so much happiness and peace. Your life changes completely. Everything gets turned upside down. What you interpreted as horrible becomes beautiful. And how to check your mind? Just watch how your mind perceives or interprets any object that it contacts. What feeling, comfortable or uncomfortable, arises. Then you check. When I perceive this kind of view, this feeling arises. That emotion comes. I discriminate in such a way. This is how to check the mind, and that is all. It is very simple. You see, in life, in your life, control your emotions and don't let your emotions control you. You will never find happiness unless you understand yourself, unless you understand your emotions and how you perceive things. It is never about the object, but always how you look at it. This is Dare to Do Motivation Stories. Thanks for watching and stay blessed.
Yes, masters. Thank you very much. And now we come back. Yes, masters. So it is all whatever for us. The wealth really is only controlling our mind. You have the wealth in you, but you are not supposed to. Are not aware of the hidden health. It is all controlling your own mind. Then you will have everything available inside. Right perception is the fund of happiness, is actually the secret of happiness. Whatever we see, we go for that and we fall in a pit. That is what is happening, in fact. The nature is very powerful and dangerous at the same time. It will influence the mind so much that you will lose yourself. If you lose yourself, everything has gone. You should not lose yourself. You should always be with the self that is there. That will take care of us. And then when once that influence goes away, then we realize that everything in us, all emotions will be wiped out in meditation. All emotions will be wiped out. They will be brought to zero. Okay. So, kama, krodha, lobha, trividham narakasyedam. Trividham. Three are there. Narakasya dwaram. Dwaram nasanam atmana. Tasmat etat trayam tyajet. That is what the dictum from spiritual science. Kama, krodha, lobha, that means desire, anger, and then greediness. All the three should be given up. They are the doors for hell. They are telling. Narakasya. For hell, they are all the gates for us. So we should remove all those things. That will be disappearing in the meditation. The wonderful facility we have. Otherwise, we will never be able to undermine the inner emotions. A human is always, victim of emotions. For anything, everything, he will be weeping, fighting. So the emotions are eating away our total 99% of life. So that is the reason why we are not happy always, my dear masters. So with this knowledge, we'll be able to uh, get back our own life. Okay. So we can make our life very meaningful, uh, joyful, and purposeful actually. So work is one of the solution for that. If a person is having work on hand, he is saved. If he is not having any work on hand, then he is fed up. He is rattled, He is completely destroyed. So work is more important. That's why karma kanda has come into being. You have to do some work. And while doing work, you should have a goal. And that goal should be a sort of great work you should do. While anyway you are supposed to do the work, while doing that, selecting that work, you select great work. Okay. That great work will definitely save your mind from disturbances, from sort of influence of the nature. So this is one of the ways, in physical world to win over the influence of the nature. On top of it, if you must have every day a dose of meditation, then that will put you on the track. And your work as well as your mind, will be more in harmony for the well-being of yourself and the people surrounding you, around you. Okay. So thank you very much for listening to me for this session. And next is Ananti's role has come now. Okay, madam, kindly take on. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Today's topic, though it looks simple, it's kind of very heavy. So I'm just still trying to absorb all the knowledge which you gave us. Thank you so much, sir. We have our masters here with us. Dear masters, you can just ask any query if you have to, sir. We have a Ranganathan, sir.
Ha, Raghunathan Sahab, namaskar.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir,
Hello,
we
sir.
can hear you.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. How are you, sir?
Yes, going on, fine.
Yeah, very good topic, sir, today. And also,
Yes.
Satsampatti. It is like it is not like the only the money or any the wealth that we are having in the physical world. Those are not the only
Yes,
wealthiness. So spiritual wealthiness is there, which is called divine
yes,
wealth, which is Satsampatti.
yes.
So the things what righteousness,
Sure.
impassionate, all the three you told. The third one, what is the third one, sir? I will exactly remember. That these will make us to reach this spiritual wealthiness.
Sure. We should
So,
gain those wealth. Okay.
yeah, yes. Good talk, sir. And also at the end you told what is it called? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, or that means all emotions will become zero during the meditation.
Yes,
That is a very good. That is a very good thing, sir. I experienced so many times.
yes. They
Yeah.
will diminish. They will diminish, and then come to zero. Okay.
Yes. And
Yeah.
deep meditation, when we reach the deep
Yes.
meditation, like for example, I do 1 hour, even early morning, within half an hour, within next 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I will reach to no emotional state.
Very
But
good.
sometimes, if it is within 1 hour, 1.5 hours, sometimes I do. I never feel any outside world so much time. Much 90% of the time, I don't feel the world outside world. I come
Very
back
good.
again,
Yes.
thoughtlessness. Those things. That is a very good.
Fantastic.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Other masters are there?
Yes, sir. We have our Sunil sir with us.
Huh. Sunil master. Namaskar, sir.
Sir, namaskar.
Shat Sampatti.
Sir, Sampatti, sir, already I heard about Shadgun Aishwarya Sampanna. Sri Aishwarya Samarthya, Yasha, Jnana and Vairagya. Is it equivalent, sir?
Same only.
Same, no? Yeah.
Shat, yeah.
For so many years I heard that this thing, Sri Aishwarya Samarthya, Yasha, Jnana and Vairagya.
Yes. Now we should bring upon in our own life, we should implement and we should see what it is. In fact, we have to experience everything now, sir.
Yeah. But I feel that, sir, by your mouth, actually, everything Shat Sampatti came, no? I feel that actually,
Mm.
uh, in inner world, we are actually richest person in the world, sir.
Yes, yes,
Richest, sir.
100%. It is
Uh,
true. Yes.
outside world is okay. Actually, in material world, there are so many people. Warren Buffett, Bill Gates. They are there. They in their field. They are
Yes,
richest.
yes.
But
That's
in our field, we are the richest
sure,
person in
sure.
the world, sir. That's why I
Yes,
became very happy, sir, after
yes.
listening this Shat Sampatti.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
very
Thank
much.
you very much, sir.
Mm.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. We have our Panasi ma'am with us today.
Manasi,
Hello.
madam.
Yes.
Hmm. We want
So
to
it was
hear you. Okay.
yes, so it was a very good session.
Oh,
Thank you so much. Uh, so I wanted to ask one question
yes.
that yesterday you talked about the uh, astral travel, and today you
Yes.
said no that taking the mind and tying it up. So that so I wanted to understand that if our mind, if it is astral travel, how do we know the difference that it is not traveling, it is not wandering, it is not our imagination, it is an astral travel.
Astral travel, if it is tied up with soul, then soul will handle that how to go. Then your responsibility is over. Okay. You need not worry about it. Astral travel, it will happen on its own. Nothing to think of anything. It is a manifestation. That is, you will be able to see through. That's it. So the soul will arrange that. Soul will not go outside. You understand? Soul will be in the body. If it goes outside, then no astral travel, only one travel is there.
Yeah.
When one soul is going out of the body, then what is the question? There is no question of existence itself, isn't it? Soul will be always remaining in all the states of mind. Okay. If you are sleeping, soul is there in the body. Okay. Dreaming, soul is there in the body. Turiya state, soul is in the body. Soul is in the body always. Okay. Then only we will be doing anything. Otherwise, it is called vacating the body. Yes or no?
Yes.
So when astral travel happens, it will you will only you will be stimulated to see everything because soul is there with you. So and you are in meditation, you are aware of everything. Okay. So there is no there is no thing that mind will be stuck up this and that. No, it is in the hands of soul. It will release whenever it wants. Okay. So it
So
will handle.
how do we know that the astral travel is not that we are imagining something?
No, that's what I am telling. You should not think of anything. Then on its own it happens.
Okay.
Yeah. You should never think of astral travel. If
Yes.
your business is to close the eyes and be without any sort of desires, without any sort of thinking, nothing,
Okay.
then it happens automatically.
And so we talked about the Shat Sampatti. So what happens sometimes, like when we are trying to say something and we are trying to convince somebody, and we say, for example, once we say, second time we say, third time we say, and then if the next person is not understanding, it's not
Yeah.
accepting, then
Yes.
we try to converse in a way that we are being assertive, and then sometimes that assertive becomes aggressive.
Aggressive.
So at that
Who?
time,
Yes. That time you will be disturbed, in the mind.
right.
Because first of all, what you are trying to do itself is not correct. Why are you talking to others? If they ask, you should tell. Otherwise, you have no business to talk to them. You understand? If they ask anything, then you can give the information. Otherwise, you should not try to tell somebody something, make him understand. If he doesn't understand, he will get emotionally. Again, all those things leading to overlapping the incidents. That is all not required. You are not supposed to tell anybody. All these set sympathy is for you, not for others.
Yes.
Then why are you falling on
So
others?
because we'll say that we have to teach and we have to
Ah,
preach.
That's all. You teach and leave it. If they are not accepting, why you are
There are
suffering?
people, yeah, they
Why,
don't
why, why,
understand this thing.
yeah, why you are suffering? When they are
Yeah.
not receiving, then why do you bother? They should bother.
Hmm.
So why you are bothering about it? You must say thank you very much. That's it. You have tried your job, So you have done your job. Be happy with that. If they are not receiving, thank you very much. Many thanks, Baba. When once
Okay.
they need it, they will come back to you. Otherwise, they will not come. Fine. So you keep on telling, that's it. Don't insist that they should listen to you.
Okay.
You don't have authority on others.
Yeah.
They may listen, they may not listen. But speaking to them is in your hand, so you can speak always. And you should not trouble yourself when somebody does not do his work. Isn't it? So if he does not accept, you lose nothing, and you should not worry about it. You must be happy that you have already told. That's it. Over. There is the matter. That is what we call no reaction, only response. The
Yeah.
response, the response is thank you very much. That's it.
Yes.
So no reaction. Okay. Ha, very good. Nice. You are coming day by day. We are discussing something. By your presence, we are learning. Okay. Good. Fine.
Thank you.
Nice, sir. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. We have
Okay.
Nimash sir with us.
Nimesh Master, namaskar, sir.
Namaskar, sir.
Hmm.
Sat Sampati. So we have to understand still. Lot.
Still, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. 6 riches are there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, we will be taking sadhana chatushtaym once again. Again, we will repeat. The same
Okay.
thing. Okay. It will come. Yes. Take the book, Viveka Chudamani.
So it is available in Bombay.
Yes,
Can you
yes.
get it?
Oh, very nice. Very much it is there.
Yes. I'll
Yes.
try today only.
Yes. You have to, every one of us must possess that book, Viveka Chudamani. Actually, Viveka means wisdom, discriminatory faculty is called Viveka. Discrimination, that is what is this, what is that,
Okay.
right, wrong. So these two, can be judged. That is called Viveka. Okay. Chudamani means it is a jewel in the head, on the head. The lady masters will have the diamonds or some such thing, gold ornament on the head. It is like that. So it is in every human, this sort of Viveka is like a diamond on the head. So that should be there always, shining. If it is not shining, the man cannot be active. If he will be dull. Okay. It is like that.
Okay.
So Viveka Chudamani. Viveka is important for that. That's why Vivekananda has selected the name. His name was Narendra, no?
Yeah.
So he selected the name Viveka. So from Viveka, I will get Ananda, he said. Vivekananda. He has retained that name for him. Okay. Right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Very nice.
Thank you, sir. So for tomorrow, the topic would be dreams, sir.
Dreams, yes. We will have the topic, the dreams, we will understand something about that. Okay. Okay. Very nice of you, sir. So with your permission, we'll meet you again tomorrow. Don't miss the class tomorrow. We will be together. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Thank you, sir. Dear masters, we'll all meet tomorrow evening at 4 p.m. again for that wonderful session. Until then, bye. Good
Bye.
evening.